Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for mid-August 2021. We're going to jump right in here, Scorpio, and see what is going on for you. I'm using the True Black Tarot here as well for your reading. And it is a brand new deck, actually, so it's a little bit stiff at the moment, but that's all right. We might have to spread it out just real quick again. Pretty much all three water signs have had new love showing up in their reading, so if you're hoping for a love, then there definitely could be new love coming in for you. As I always say, you have to go out and put yourself in the path of new love at the very least. So yes, believe it or not, you're gonna have to leave the house or put yourself on Tinder or something like that. So that's that. But Scorpio, let's see where this is going for you. Scorpio, you have the Two of Cups here. Perfect match. So if you're looking for a love, this could be someone who is a perfect match. It seems like they're being guided into your life here, is what I would say. This is a very powerful reading. It's a good reading as well. You even have this Destiny card right here. There are several cards in this deck that are like Oracle, cards or extra cards, whatever you want to call them. So I do feel like there is like a person who is kind of meant to be in your life, so to speak, with this energy. So it's like this person is coming in into your life. But, I wouldn't leave anything up to destiny or fate. I would make things happen because we create our own reality. But you have the Two of Cups here, again, clearly a perfect match. You have the Page of Cups, the King of Swords, and the Destiny card here. Yeah, again, probably something that requires a lot of strength here. If you have a person coming in here, it might be a person who is a little bit outside of our comfort zone. I think one of the reasons we get into relationships that don't work out is because we're getting into a relationship with a person where it's easy. And what I mean by easy is it's we can just get into a relationship with them. There's no challenge to getting into a relationship with them. Or, maybe we feel like the person is, below us in some way, right? I don't know if I'm saying this correctly here, Scorpio. But again, I think we get into it. We've all done it, right? Where we get into relationships with a person where it's easy to get into the relationship with them. There was no, challenge to it, right? I feel like this is a little bit more challenging, this person that's coming in for you, but it's only because of the way that you see it. I feel like the challenge here, if this is love, is that it's a person you feel like is out of your league, or maybe you feel like there's, something special about them. It's almost like it's calling, I feel like I'm being called out right now. It's feels like there's something about you where it's this person almost calls it out in you, but not verbally, not literally, just simply by existing, right? So it's maybe they live a, kind of very active lifestyle and you're not active. Maybe they make a lot of money and you don't, or something. There's some sort of difference here is what I'm getting at. And there's something where it's almost like the reading is saying this love exists, but you're going to have to step up to the plate to get it. So I would definitely do it because it looks pretty good. Definitely part of your destiny. For others, it doesn't matter if you're not looking for love. I feel like this could be work or business as well. Take it how it resonates. Same thing. I feel like there is something that is kind of that is definitely, it is hard to do, whatever it is, but it probably calls out some sort of weakness in you. I'm not calling you weak. I'm just saying that it calls out some sort of weakness in you that you're going to have to overcome. You even have this hawk spirit says, let spirit be your guide. So I feel like you're being guided towards something here with this card, and I feel like you just need to kind of go through it in a lot of ways. So again, if you're feeling called to something greater, I would definitely go for it. I feel like you are more than capable of accomplishing great things at this time, clearly. You have the Nine of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, and the Strength card. The Strength card, the thing that I always think of with the Strength card is that it's kind of like a card that says, how the hell did you do that, right? It's if you've ever wanted people to wonder, how you accomplished something, it's this card right here, Strength card. Normally on the Strength card, the lady, she has her hands in a lion's mouth. And, as I always say, who in the right mind would stick their hands in a lion's mouth? The answer is nobody. So it's kind of like a card of a display of strength. It's a card that says you will be showing off if you accomplish something that is difficult to do. So I feel like this reading is really just saying, it's pretty simple. I could probably end it in about 2 minutes. I feel like it's saying you are being called to greatness here in your reading, but it's like you're gonna have to put the energy in. You're gonna have to put the work in to accomplish this greatness. We're gonna we're gonna clarify this at the end, and we're gonna see what comes up. But I'm sure there will be more kind of answers as to like what you need to do. It's kind of like I get that feeling of it's like I'm sure you've all done something where you thought it was gonna be really hard, and then it was like way easier than you thought it was going to be once you go through it, right? I kind of get that feeling for you here where I don't necessarily think that you're like making a big deal out of anything, but I do feel like you could be making something much harder than it needs to be mentally, right? And this is like some sort of feat of strength that I feel like you are maybe making out to be much harder than you think. Three of Pentacles is a great card because it's a card of like hard work, but it's a card of quality work. It says whatever you're working towards here, it's going to be, something that you can show off, right? Normally, the guy on this card, he's showing something off on the card. He's showing off the Three Pentacles that he has put up there. It kind of represents a fire triangle and a water triangle. Normally, the Three Pentacles are in the fire triangle at the top, and then there's a water triangle that kind of comes down below. Without having the three, I don't think I have a regular deck here, but basically the water triangle just represents something murky, something that exists, a possibility. But that's all it is just a possibility, and it kind of represents needing to ground something in reality. That's what the Three of Pentacles represents, actually, is needing to bring something down to earth and needing to make something reality, kind of like the Moon card. Personally, I kind of look at the Moon card as having a dream or a wish or being on a path, wanting to manifest something, but needing to go through the process. Kind of get the same energy here, where it's like something totally exists. Maybe your crazy business idea, maybe you have a crazy job idea, something you want to accomplish, a wish, a goal, a dream, whatever. And it's like it exists, but you're going to have to put the work in. And it's definitely going to be a display of strength as well. Kind of interesting. We're going to have to see where this goes. In your last row here, you have the Healing Chaos card. So obviously this can represent healing something chaotic in your life. I do feel like you're kind of like trying to do that, actively healing some things that have been like a little bit more up in the air. And so that's probably what you're doing here. You have the Three of Cups, the Hermit, and the Seven of Pentacles. I'm nearly positive that in your last weekly reading that you have the Seven of Pentacles. And I was talking about analysis paralysis, which is basically, looking at something too much and analyzing something too much, and when you should just take action. I actually don't feel that for you here with the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like you're more kind of realizing where you get a better return on your energy. When we think about the Strength card, normally on the Strength card, she has a figure 8 at the top of her head, and it kind of, the figure 8 represents infinity. It's basically giving your energy out and then what you get back. So I feel like you're very focused on kind of like the energy you give out at this time. Or you're at least trying to focus on making sure you're giving your energy to good things. I really feel you're coming out of darkness here with this card. I am getting something kind of almost being revealed to you, but it's I feel like you're more revealing things to yourself. The Hermit, it can represent going through a dark night of the soul, climbing to the top of a mountain. He's normally standing at the top of a mountain, shining his inner light. It kind of says what he has been through. He's discovering his inner light, but it's something that has always been inside of him. It is something that has always existed, right? I get that weird feeling for you where it's like something has always existed. You have another 3 here as well, Three of Cups. Three of Cups is a card of teamwork. You have the Three of Pentacles, card of teamwork as well. So anything you're trying to heal, accomplish, overcome, I feel like teamwork really will kind of make the dream work here, Scorpio, very quickly. I'm going to clarify this immediately and see where it's going. Between the Page of Cups and the Nine of Wands here, you have the Mountain. Literally, I was talking about climbing a mountain right here. This is called the Eight of Clubs, and this is the Eight of Clubs in the Lenormand. And the mountain can represent kind of something to be overcome, right? So like I said, I feel if you're attracting love at this time, number one, with the Page of Cups, it is something where again, it just feels a little bit out of reach to me. So again, maybe you're attracting a person, and I feel like this person, it makes you uncomfortable to think about them because, again, I feel like it's not uncomfortable as in you don't want to be with this person. I feel like it's uncomfortable in the sense that they, like I said, I don't know that that's the right word to use, but I get this like calling out type of energy where it's almost like they, kind of show you something. I feel like I've said this to you in a past reading as well. And so it's like, they're showing you that it's going to require work to be with them, but it's like much better. I feel like it's a much better relationship to be in, is what I would say to you. I don't know. I would go for it, is what I'm going to say there. A Page of Cups can also be a dream. Normally that page is holding a cup out. There's a fish in the cup, and the fish can represent his imagination. This to me is like saying your imagination is definitely possible. Again, remember what I said about the water triangle. The possibility exists, but you're going to have to put the work in. You have the mice here as well, the Seven of Clubs between the King of Swords and Three of Pentacles. This is like focusing on like tiny little nitpicky things, so I'd be careful of doing that. It's a card of slow progress as well. And you have the key between the Destiny card and the Strength card. You have the key, the Eight of Diamonds. The Eight of Diamonds is a card of success, abundance. It's a card of material success on the horizon, but it says you hold the keys necessary to open the doors in your life that you want to open. So it's kind of like a card of needing to realize that you are the one that has to open the doors. Is a card of great success and abundance, like I said. But it's also a card of small details. We see this here multiple times. Seven of Clubs, mice, small details. Seven of Pentacles, another card of analysis and small details. Eight of Diamonds, definitely a card of the small details. So it might be a really good time for you to pay attention right now. I feel like you need to pay attention to the small details. I also would say, it's interesting, we have the hawk here. I've noticed, this has happened to me before, but I've never noticed it like this. You have the hawk and you have the mice. A hawk would eat mice very easily. I feel like you need to think more bigger picture. I would be careful of trying to make anything perfect with the Seven of Pentacles. It can be a card of, analysis paralysis. It's not like the Three of Wands. Like the Three of Wands to me is a card of waiting for perfection. The Three of Wands to me says you could be waiting for the perfect moment to do something when that doesn't exist. But I do get that here, where if you're finding yourself stuck or if you're finding yourself kind of like trying to get moving but you're not, I feel like you're trying to be perfect. I feel like this is saying you can fix things as you go. I'm shocked that the Queen of Swords is not in your reading, actually, because the Queen of Swords to me is more of that energy. She's kind of like the first court card in the Swords, where she kind of learns as she goes. She is my learn as you go card. She is my fake it till you make it card. I am getting that energy for you here, where I feel like you need to, I wouldn't say fake it till you make it. I actually feel like fake it till you make it is BS. I think you should just be whatever you whatever you want to be, and there's no need to fake it. Just embrace the energy and do it, right? But at the same time, I feel like you're kind of learning as you go on something. Between the Nine of Wands here and the Three of Cups, you have the Seven of Spades. This is called the Letter, and it can represent communication coming in for you here. I do feel like there is good news coming in for you with that card. I also feel like you could be asking for help as well, so don't be afraid to ask for help. By the way, Seven of Swords represents internal fears that don't exist. So the Seven of Spades. So I feel like you could be making a big deal out of something that isn't. I would be careful of doing that. Between the Three of Pentacles and the Hermit, you have the Jack of Clubs. This is called the Whip. The whip is a card of like beating yourself up. It's a card of whipping yourself in the back. So it says like, don't do that, right? Don't beat yourself up. And you have the Child here between the Strength card and the Seven of Pentacles. The Child's about like doing something new. All three water signs had the Child in the reading. Pretty crazy. And it can represent children, but it can also represent needing to make sure you're enjoying life. Sometimes I think when I get this like very deep analytical energy, the mice, the key, the Seven of Pentacles here, it can say that we're not focusing enough on like having fun or doing other things that we want to do in our lives. So I would make sure you're having fun. I would do other stuff in your life other than just focus on whatever you're working on. I feel like that could be causing some problems. In your top row outcome, love it. You have the clover. Actually, a lot of luck coming in for you. I love the clover. Represents a four-leaf clover. Literally represents luck. So I feel there is a lot of luck coming in for you here with that clover energy. Definitely a very good card for starting anything. So if you're starting something new, as I've been saying for months, it is a great time to start new things. But mostly I feel luck coming in for you. You have the Queen of Hearts. This card is called the Home. This is the King of Hearts, and it's called the Home. So I feel for some of you, you could be spending a lot of time at home. It is a good card for kind of like focusing on your foundation. I do get this like energy of retreat here, Scorpio. But I don't think you're retreating from anything. You might be having a moment where you're kind of like gathering your resources, right? Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with maybe you've overextended yourself. That's kind of like the feeling I get here. Maybe you've done too much in business. You've done too much in work. So now maybe you've overextended yourself. I feel like you're kind of coming back in, right? You're kind of reassessing things, and then you're going to expand out again. So I almost get this energy right here. I don't know what to call that. It's kind of like something is breathing in your life, right? But every time you take a deep breath in, I feel like you get bigger and bigger and bigger. So don't be afraid to I don't really feel like you're coming back to the drawing board necessarily. Again, some of you like in work or business, maybe you overextended yourself a little bit. I feel like you're kind of like coming back. This is a perfect time, I feel, for you to like focus on the 80-20 rule. It's like maybe you've overextended yourself and you're saying, you know, okay, like I've overextended myself. I kind of can't keep up. So maybe now is the time for you to say, okay, what is the 20% that produces 80% of my results? That's what I would be focusing on here. That's the story that's popping into my head. Same thing in love as well. It's like maybe there's a lot that doesn't work, but maybe there's like 20% that does. And so I would focus on that because you're just going to get better results. And you have the book. The book represents hidden or secret information. Probably one of my favorite cards in the Lenormand because, the book is always closed. It basically says the information for you to be very successful, 10 of diamonds, abundant, success, good things. It's like the information exists, but you're going to have to go look for it. The reason this is a good thing is because most people don't. So it basically says that, if you are trying to be successful in business and if you read a book about your business or watch YouTube videos about your business or whatever, and you find the information, you're going to be very successful, but your competition isn't because they usually don't. Same thing in love as well. I'm like, damn, I keep telling people, I really don't care about love. That's the problem with me, right? But my thing is, I'm like, I've always been tempted to start a love channel because to me, love, there's all these these experts out there that are always like, do this for love, do that for love. I'll tell you what, I've watched like multiple sides. I've watched the red pill, the marriage experts, like all these people, right? All BS. I'm telling you, all the sides, right? They have no clue what they're talking about. I feel like none of them do. I feel like if they did, we would actually see like a lot more successful relationships, not less. To me, successful relationships are like going down, 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 down. So what I would say here is if you can just be like 1% better than everybody else, that's all you need to be. You will have a successful relationship, plain and simple. It's like most people don't put in the effort. Most people don't. Here's 2 for you right now. Most people don't put in the effort. Well, it's really 1. But the other thing is most people don't try to keep the romance alive. Again, I feel like that is like the best thing. If you want to be in a long-term relationship, then obviously you're going to have to keep the romance alive. So I would put the work in and do that with this energy. I would also just to me, another big one is just improving in general. Most people get into a relationship, and why do you think the joke goes around that once people get into a relationship, they gain weight, right? And I'm not saying anything about weight. I'm sure that's going to offend somebody. Too bad. But what I would say here is the joke exists because it's true. But if you get into a relationship, you're with someone who's always improving, and then you're always improving, there's like nothing to worry about, right? And then you're kind of creating a power couple. So I feel like that would be good things to do. Same thing in a business as well. I feel like in business, same thing. Like people don't really try to get like that 1% better every single day. I brag about myself all the time, right? Like literally this channel, like a little over a year ago, I had like 40,000 subs, and I had been stuck there for years. I've had this channel for a very long time. And then I just started making 1% improvements every single day. Now I'm at 520,000 or whatever I'm at, right? I'm not saying that the numbers matter, but I wasn't growing. I wasn't moving. I wasn't making any movements until I started making those 1% improvements. I have up months. I have months that go down and all that and everything in between. But for the most part, I'm always moving forward because I'm always doing something, whether it's behind the scenes, on the video, whatever, to make that 1% improvement. Not saying this to brag. I'm saying this because I want more people to do it. Or, I can't force you what to do, but I feel like more people need to realize like how amazing and how much progress you can truly make by, kind of making these 1% improvements. So and how quickly as well. But this is a good reading. I feel like you're going in the right direction. So thank you for being here, Scorpio. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. Also, feel free to like and subscribe. Really appreciate the support. But thank you, Scorpio, and definitely enjoy your month.